Hey guys, Beansy here. I got a couple questions about the plants in my tank. I get my loose bunch plants at Petco, and I've bought some of those tubin plants from PetSmart. Um, and the ones I get from PetSmart I have no doubt that they are what they say they are. And I've been able to cross-reference it since they have an actual name to make sure. However, the plants that I buy at Petco are just bundled up, rubber banded, and they'll have one of those little plastic name tags in it, but the name tag is wrong. And the name tag is always the same. No matter what plant I buy, it's always the same tag, and that tag says temple plant. Now, I've looked up, there's a couple different subspecies of temple plants, and it's none of them. It's nowhere near being temple plant. However, I have discovered a couple of plants that are doing not only really, really well in my tank, but I like them, and so do the critters. So I need some help identifying them so I can go down there and acquire some more, but should I start shopping for plants online if I ever need more than one at a time? It would be nice to know what I'm dealing with and what I'm actually having success with. So the first one is this one right in front here. This big, long, green, stemmy one with the big blade-like leaves on it. I like that one a lot. It's big and fluffy. The shrimp love it. The shrimp absolutely love it. And the snails want to love it, but unfortunately they're so big now, they can't get up to the top where they want to cruise around and hang out, which is a bummer. But it's doing really well, and it's filling out nicely, and I've had no meltage. I've even accidentally uprooted it several times trying to pick up things around the base and just nabbing on the edge of a leaf and yanking it up. So it's actually been put down in there several times, and it's doing really well. I've only got a couple leaves dying when I do that. I'm not sure if you can actually see, but it's got a pretty extensive little root system in here. It's nice, big, fat, thick roots, and they go pretty deep, which is great. I love that because I have really thick substrate. The other one, we're going to call that plant number 1. So if you can identify it and you know what it is, I'm not sure if this is a very good shot, but please help me out and tell me what that is. The second one, unfortunately, is directly behind it. It is in front of the moss ball, but it's this purpley red one in here, and its leaves are kind of curly, and they're really broad and wide, and it's a bit of a short, squatty bush. But you can kind of see how the leaves wave a little bit. Now, the undersides are green, and you can see these top ones are nice and purple and red, and we love that. That one's filling out really, really nicely, and the snails can actually get on top, which they absolutely adore. So yeah, I know it's a really, really crummy angle. Unfortunately, I've tried a couple other shots with it, and I'm just not getting a good one that probably wouldn't send y'all into seizures. So if you can tell by that, little tiny, where's my little poker? There it is. By those leaves right there, and these big green ones there, what maybe I'm looking at, that would be really helpful. So we will call that plant number 2. And the third one, I wonder if I can move that moss ball out of the way. Oh, there's a shrimp on it. Well, sorry, buddy. Let's try to push that away a little bit. Doesn't really do much. All right, sorry, buddy. It's okay. It was time to roll the moss ball anyway. Yeah, those two. Those two in particular. The store doesn't always have those, and I really like them. So in the instance that the store doesn't actually have any in stock and I really, really want to get one, it'd be great to know what they're called so I can get them someplace else. Now the other one, the last one, the third one, they actually have all the time. And I've bought several. Let's see if we can get up in there. I might have to move the camera. Sorry for this. Here we go. Is that green bad boy right in front of the shelf? This one right here. They stock this one all the time, And when it gets a bit longer, in fact, it always comes in really, really long stems, it will also have some red and purpley tinges on the color. Unfortunately, the catappa leaf is right in front of it, so we can't see the bottom. But that one they have all the time, and it shoots really long roots out at every single node. Now, everything I've read about aquarium plants, if they're shooting if they're shooting roots out at all the nodes, that technically means that it could be laid down horizontally and then kind of be grown as, I don't know, a hedgerow would probably be the most accurate description, which is what I've tried to do. And every single one I've done that to has died. In fact, I just retrieved the ones I tried in Bub's tank out. But these, when I plant it directly up and down vertically like that, doesn't matter how many roots are growing out, they seem to do much better that way. So somehow I've got that information mixed up. But I also don't know what that one's called. All three of these plants have come with the quote-unquote temple plant tag, and I've now verified that none of them are temple plants. It might be a waste of time to say I've actually engaged the employees in the aquarium department to try to find out, but they know much, much, much less than I actually do, which they, honest to God, should be pretty embarrassed about. So yeah, if you guys can actually help me identify these three plants, this one being number 3, I'm going to shrimpy down there on the leaf. And then these other two, if I can zoom out, would be great. I would really appreciate any help you guys can give me on that. Yeah, these 3 plants, greeny, red purpley, and finicky. So thanks, guys. I appreciate any help that might be forthcoming.